St Martin's Community Grove is a collaborative project between St Martin's Church, Ranui Residents Association. St Martin's Church is a small Presbyterian church on the corner of Windley and McKillop Street in Ranui. The church was established in 1959. Over time, however, the numbers of the congregation have diminished, and there has been some doubt as to the future of this church. In 2011, the congregation gave to the Ranui Residents Association a sum of $2,000 to be used for the benefit of the community. Two key players in the congregation were Margaret and Roy Hughes, both of whom are lifelong members of the Ranui Residents Association. We negotiated with the congregation to use some of the money that they had given us for the establishment of this community grove. They were delighted with this idea. $300 approximately was used to purchase
the
trees.
tree doesn't take space.
Doesn't take up much space.
But the five-finger does.
Yeah. Ultimately.
And is that how far apart you'd plant them?
Depends on what sort of shelter I'm after. That's the sort of shelter that Andrew likes.
That's real close, eh?
So a wonderful donation from St Martin's Church to create something living, something sustainable. So the Residents Association, with great input from Cheryl, came up with the idea that we could create a St Martin's Grove, and so off we went. So with Ottilie, that's me, took on the task of seeing what we could organise, what we could get going, and here we are at phase 2, in phase 2 of the planting. So we've set the backdrop a wee bit, maybe minus a couple of trees. Set the backdrop and the nursery planting as such for the fruit trees that we're about to plant today. With these fruit trees, we're very lucky that lots of health organisations around Ranui, around this grove, donated. So that was the Seasons, the chiropractor, the dentist, the pharmacy just up the road there, Dr. Jordan, who soon is about to leave, and some local residents. We had Jean and Rule, Ed and Kate, Karen Upton, and Alison, who donated trees. So we're very, very grateful. Steve from Terito Gardens had a great input in the very, very beginning. I remember Steve and I sitting up there in Maz's Cafe, up the top there at Mungavin Shops, planning how our site would look. We've got a few natural things to deal with. We've got a bit of a windy site, it's quite exposed, a little bit of coastal breeze, a bit of coastal salt drifting in. We do have good soil, so we're hoping that good soil, good community and a bit of love will win out there. They are all native trees. That was one of the things that we wanted for the grove. We wanted native trees, not just native trees, but native trees that grow in this area, so they would grow well. We envision the future of this grove to be for the community. So we're hoping that maybe on the way home you'll walk past and pick yourself a plum to munch on, and maybe a lemon to take home, feed off for the children. So for everybody who walks up and down.